Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your May Soul session. I am Marlo. If you're new and if you're family, okay, welcome back, my friend. So, first card out that we have for you guys for the month of May, we have, oh, wait, I keep remembering that I flipped the video now. So I always end up turning the cards this way. Pay me no mind. We have the strength card. It says fortitude, holding firm, taming oneself, discipline, and restraint. That's interesting. So Cancer, especially if you are a Cancer Leo cusper, I feel this month it's going to require a great deal of strength in the sense of what's the word I want to use here? Self-discipline, if you will. That's a nice word. It's going to require strength in the form of self-discipline. So what I'm feeling heavily for you guys is there's going to be something you guys are going to have an inclination towards doing that may not necessarily be in your best interest. And now I'm getting two different groups here. There's some of you who may have just started like a workout regimen or like an eating regimen or sleep hygiene, something along those lines. So something, or even therapy for some of you, but it's something that you've elected to be a part of for your own personal development. And that self-discipline is going to come in and you guys maintaining this and not kind of like backsliding or falling off, even if in the event it's something well, no, that's still the same thing. Yeah, it's like a workout regimen. Anything it is that you guys are doing that's personal development related, it's like if you kind of miss a day running, you don't want to just like quit because you skipped a day. It's like you want to make sure you hold firm to it. Others of you, I feel like someone may potentially test your gangster cancer, and you are going to need to hold your mule, my friend. Don't let them bring you out of character. Because I feel whatever the case, whatever situation you guys are in, whether it's somebody testing you or it's your own personal development, I feel the whole premise of it is like that 7 of Wands kind of energy. It's about standing firm in what it is you made the decision to do. So I feel coming into the month of May, you guys have made a decision to turn over a new leaf, right? Next card you guys have is Crib, and it says birth, conception of a child or enterprise. Interesting. So that's exactly what it is that I was feeling. It's more or less a new beginning. So this is something that could have happened for some of you guys in the month of April. It could be something where you said literally like first day of May, you were going to start this. So if we talk about the is not is paradigm that you guys know I always talk about all the time, you know what I'm saying? If we talk about the is not is paradigm, then this would literally be the is not to your is. Or even if you guys set new moon intentions or elected to release something with the eclipse, or if something was just eclipsed out of your life that made room for you guys to go in the direction of something that's more in alignment with you, that activates the is not is paradigm, because it's something that you guys are intending to pivot or change positions with or repent from, because you know that repentance is just a change of behavior. But it's some type of shift or pivot that you guys are making, and it really brings me to the crossroads I've been talking about for, we all know it's been a minute, like since 2021. So it also reminds me of that crossroads. So this is just the is not that's manifesting before it, your is of what it is you've elected to go in the direction of. Next card that we have, wow, what is it with this woman? Jeez. Okay. So Gemini had this in the same place. So if you are a Gemini, Cancer, cusper, please check out Gemini's reading. Taurus also had this in the same place, but Taurus had an older woman. So it says dealings or relationship with a woman. This could potentially be the person who's going to test your gangster. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who may like kind of try to test your patience, or someone, and it doesn't necessarily have to be someone with malicious intent. If you're a male, this could be like a romantic partner that just wants to spend so much time with you that it kind of takes you off track of what it is that you've elected to do, you know. but I don't really necessarily feel it as malicious. Another thing that I do feel here, kind of similar to what it is that I was saying, well, a couple of things. Some of you could be starting a new business venture with a female figure. Others of you could be starting a new relationship with a female figure. Others of you may find out that a female in your life is having a baby. It might be your baby, it might not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the kid's gonna be a Leo. I don't know. But anywho, next card is Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Interesting. So here's the dealio here, Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and just slap a tarot card definition on this and say this is most certainly Seven of Wands energy. And it really doesn't matter what this relates to specifically. I feel it's the same message for all Cancerians, whether, you're a female and you're pregnant, right? Or, your partner is pregnant, or you're starting a new business with someone, you got a new job, whatever the case. What is going to combat this self-delusion is this energy of strength. It's making sure that whatever new venture you're going into or whatever new chapter you're starting in your life, it's imperative that you stand firm on who you are and what you are, because I feel, and this is just what I'm picking up intuitively before we get into these tarot cards, but I more or less feel that there's an energy potentially, and I don't know why for everyone. I think there's a full moon around the 15th or the 16th of May, because I keep being led to that week. I don't know what it is about that week, but that week's like a big deal for everybody for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if something's popping off astrologically. That's just what I'm picking up intuitively. So all of you who have already checked the astrology for the month of May, help out your friend Marlo and go ahead and put that in the comments. But anywho, yeah, I'm saying, whatever the case, the whole premise of this is to stand your ground, like who you are, what your plan was, what your intentions were, whatever it is that you are working on up to this point. Don't allow whatever this is, regardless of what it is for you specifically, to take you out of alignment with the stance that you took coming into this. Okay. So hopping into you guys. Whoa, hello. Is this what we're doing? We're doing this today. Hopping into you guys tarot cards. First card out, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like you guys have come back into alignment with your emotional space. You've come back into alignment with your heart space. And I feel with that came clarity. And I feel like this is very similar to a lot of the soul sessions you guys have had leading up to this point, because it has been a lot of a Eight of Swords kind of energy with, being logical and thinking with your head and all this stuff. And me telling you guys, like, that's not your stilo. Like, listen to your heart. I'm calling to you, listen to your heart. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, but I feel with this, which is why I feel like this energy is so important, dude. Like, whatever it is that you guys are coming out of, Cancer, it's a cycle. I mean, we all just got out of a whole 7-year karmic cycle, child, with this eclipse. I'm just saying. But anywho, you did your due diligence to yourself and you tap back into your heart space. And that's what set you free from this self-imposed prison. But with this beware of self-delusion, that's a forewarning, because it's a potential with whatever this catalytic energy is that's coming with this new beginning in this female figure, right? Even if that's yourself, there's a potential of you guys falling right back into this energy. So that's what you want to guard against. So how you guard against it is in standing in opposition, I don't know what I just said, but it's in standing in opposition to this particular energy, so you don't fall for the okie doke again. Because a lot of us are in that same kind of weird energy where the 7-year, and I can tell you this from the T, from my weekly over on the network, and I saw that playing out in the first week of May. It was pretty much that, we wrap up this karmic cycle with the eclipse, but there's like this liaison phase in the beginning part of the week where we took a stance, but like I said, that is not comes in, and it's kind of tempting you to go back into the cycle that you just came out of, because it's a free will kind of thing. Spirit can set you free from prison, proverbially speaking, but it's 100% up to us whether we elect to turn around and go right back into the same prison that we got out of, right? So it's a little bit of like a testing ground or a challenge. Next card, whoa, whoo, child, that you guys have is the Three of Swords. This is interesting. I feel like I want to clarify this. I'm not lying. So here's the thing. If I were to say what it is, I instantly, because we all know Three of Swords, it's, you know, your mind attacking your heart and all this other kind of stuff. So I feel this is just an extension of this energy. Whatever it is that this female figure is bringing in, like I'm saying, I don't necessarily feel that she has malicious intent per se, but that doesn't mean that people can't do things that frustrate us, terrify us, trigger us, you know, or what have you. And that's really what it is I'm feeling with this Three of Swords. It's more or less, you guys, this is your, you know, the energy you guys stepped out of, right? Something happens, you get triggered, and it's tempting you to go back to this, but it would be this upright, you know, but you guys came out of it. This is like your secret weapon in so many words. Oh man. I mean, this could even be, dude, and this is going to be a really interesting scenario that I'm about to say, but I see it very clearly. Whoever resonates with this would be a Cancerian male. And this would be a Cancerian male who decided to leave a relationship, right? Because the relationship was like toxic, or it felt like a prison, you know? And you get the courage or the wherewithal to cut ties with this person and to leave. And then you end up finding out that the person is pregnant. That's literally what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that this is everyone's story, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm seeing very clearly here. So it's like you were in this relationship, and let's just go all out and say maybe the chick was like, you know, a little kooky, a little crazy, a little domineering, a little controlling. I'm probably not a little, it's probably a lot, right? So she's all like that. And you make the decision, good Lord, this is like a whole message that's coming out, child. What is happening in America? Anywho, so you're in this toxic relationship with this woman, Cancerian male, and you finally get the courage to leave. You leave the situation, and now you're like in bounce back mode. You're in glow up mode. So you're like, I'm going back to the gym. I'm going to get back in school. You know, you get this new job, right? And you're pretty much laying out this entire, you know, new path that you want to start for yourself, you know, and then you get a phone call in the first week of May where the person that you left is pregnant, right? That, and for everyone that's listening, even if you don't resonate with this literally, the hypothetical energy signature behind what it is I'm being shown for this Cancerian male that I'm seeing very clearly in my third eye, it's the same for everyone, right? It's that same catalytic experience that I was talking about that's like testing your gangster. It's like something happens that you did not expect, that you didn't intend, because your whole mindset was set on, and I mean, even if this is a Cancerian woman, because that's the other side that they're showing me, where it's the same scenario where you were in a situation with someone that was less than stellar, da 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 da, right? And you get the courage to leave the situation because you're like, this situation isn't adding anything to me. It's very oppressive. And then you end up finding out that you're preggers, right? So now it's like trying to figure out, you know, do I go back to this, you know? And I feel it's like the vibe I feel, and it's not that you're disappointed about the kid. I don't think it's that. It's the fact that the kid is for this person that you just got the courage to walk away from. And it's like the rug is getting pulled from under you because it's almost like you're getting sucked right back into that situation. Now, here's the dealio. I'm not going to tell you what to do and not do in your life. But if you were in a toxic / abusive kind of relationship and you've left that situation, I'm not saying that you have to be a single parent, but if that's the route that, you felt was best for you, then that's the stance that you take, right? Because I feel in so many words, oh, wait, hold on. There's someone at my door. One moment, Cancer. I am so sorry. My apologies, Cancer. But anywho, but I'm not in the business of telling people how and what major life decisions they should make. Because, of course, ultimately you have free will and this choice would be 100% up to you. But I feel that with you guys making a decision to step out of this situation and having something that's as permanent as a human life coming into the fold, it's almost like, a hook in your back and you being dragged back into the situation. But the thing that you need to know is that you have the wherewithal or the ability to still stand for the decision that you made initially. So if you left this person because of the type of person that they are, which is why I use the example of them being like, you know, abusive or controlling or whatever, like just a really not good person type of deal, then even if there's a kid involved, that person is still going to be the person that they were that made you want to leave them in the first place. And a kid is not going to make them be different. And I feel that's the strength and the self-discipline that you guys need to have, because that's where I feel like that self-delusion could come in, is you thinking, oh, well, we have a kid now, so suddenly they're going to be different. No, they're still going to be the same exact person. They just so happen to be a parent now. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel that's a lot of where this heartbreak and this disappointment is coming in, because I feel for whoever this message is for that's coming out, dude. It's literally like it would be a person where it took you a lot to get out of this, right? And that's where this comes into the rest of the Cancerian collective. It's like whatever it is that you guys are coming out of, it was like hell and high water to get out of that. And like I said before, really tugging on all of the Cancerian soul sessions that I've done literally since 2021, this Eight of Swords encapsulates it upright, encapsulates this battle that you guys have been fighting, because it's all been in like your head. Not saying that none of it was real, but it's like just like what the Eight of Swords is all about. Because like, in Rider Waite, it's like the chick with the blindfold and she's all tied up with all the swords around her. That's literally what it felt like with you guys. It felt like whatever situation you were in, it was so complex, so hard, so multifaceted and convoluted. Like you felt as if there was literally no freaking way to get out of this, whether it's, finances, if it's legal troubles, if it's, contractual agreements with a past business partner, if it was a divorce, it doesn't matter what it is. But the situation that you guys were in, I was about to sound like I was from New Orleans for a second, child. Situation y'all was in. Anyway, the situation you were in, it seemed impossible to get out of. And once you get out of it, it's almost as if something occurs that's sucking you right back in. Like just when, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's like getting sucked back in. But this situation is asking you guys to have courage and to be strong, right? Like literally. And that's why I was saying that with your overall energy, that Seven of Wands energy, you have to stand your ground, because what I was saying about the 15th, I literally feel like it's energy that teeters on chaotic, Cancer. I have to be honest. There's energy that teeters on the chaotic to where you guys may very well feel triggered and feel attacked. And the first thing that you're going to want to do, and that's where I feel like that crossroad test comes in. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to backslide or backstep and to go back to how you typically deal with things, which would put you back in this Eight of Swords energy, right? Which is how you've been dealing with stuff up until this point. You just got out of your head and back into your heart. And this thing is testing your gangster, because your mind is literally throwing daggers at your heart, proverbially speaking, right? And it wants you to, escape back into your head, but that's not the solution. The solution is for you to remain in your heart space, as difficult as that may be for everyone who's not a Cancerian, right? The key is for you to maintain you being in your heart space, utilizing that self-discipline and pulling from within yourself a reserve of strength you may have never tapped into before, right? Because with this 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, whoo, child, it's like I'm feeling things slipping through the cracks almost. That's the potential of what could happen with this, right? So there's a need for, like, if you think of 8 of Pentacles upright, like that's all about like master craftsmanship in a proverbial sense, right? So it's like hard work, energy, and effort. And I feel just because of this kind of discombobulating energy coming in, it can make you guys want to just kind of give up and quit all of the hard work that you've put into yourself, or preparing for this journey or this new path that you've set out for yourself. Because regardless of what this is for you guys specifically and what it is that you guys are encountering, in so many words, this isn't the end for you. Like, this isn't the period at the end of the sentence that's telling you to quit and telling you to give up, right? It's almost like, I don't know, man. It's like this really, like the word I heard was like endurance. It's like your back is against the wall and you could choose to quit, but the solution or the answer is not quitting. Like, that's not what this is about. It's about you literally pushing through, because I feel it's almost, and going back to this crib card, there's a new level of like grit that can be birthed from within you this month. But it's like you have to tap into your inner fighter. And in order for you to tap into your inner fighter and like that survival, is like you really have to give a fuck about yourself on some stuff. Like, you really got to fuck with yourself. Like, you really have to believe your own personal worth and your value, and feel that your happiness, your life, yourself, your existence, your soul, like every fabric of your being is important, to where you will fight to the death for yourself. Like, that's the kind of energy you have to be in, and the kind of mindset that you have to be in, because this is a situation that separates the wheat from the chaff, you know? Like, this isn't like no Skittles type of preschool type of stuff. Like, this is literally where, and this, I'm using colloquialisms, but this is literally like one of those situations where like legends are made, right? So the easy thing to do in this situation is to bow out, is to quit, to give up, and, you know, just go back to the old life. But the key is to maintain the stance, Cancer. I hope and pray this is making sense, child. This is getting so real. And I don't know why I have to go back to this energy before I turn this card over. Let me just go ahead and pick 3 more cards. But legit, dude, if I were to step back to this energy that I'm picking up on with this whole baby situation, not so much. Dang, this is like, oh my gosh, come on, guys, y'all just making my life so complicated. Okay, so with this baby situation, this is speaking to, because this is heavy energy, dude. Forgive me for my my ad libs. It has nothing to do with you, my beautiful Cancerian. It's just literally how I have to emote energies that I'm picking up from the dead people that are standing behind me, but that's neither here nor there. But legit, like, this energy is a real one. Y'all know how I usually always say hypothetically. This ain't a hypothetical, not at all. But this is really a Cancerian male and a Cancerian female. But here's the thing. The energy that I can't seem to get over, I was trying to ignore it when I was talking about this the first time, but I literally I felt at first for the Cancerian male, and then my guides were like, it's the female too. And I was like, oh, child. So it's like, it's trapping, which is actually a form of abuse if you didn't know. It's like with the Cancerian male, the female that the Cancerian male was with, she already had her antennas up, knowing that you were probably going to leave, right? Because it's just behavior may have changed, or just that disengagement. So there was an intentional effort for her to get preggers to try to keep you. So the same on the side with the female figure. The male that you were with felt that you were probably going to leave because behavior switched up. They noticed that and they decided to knock you up intentionally so that you wouldn't leave. Now, me putting my therapist hat on really quick, a lot of people don't know this because people really just look at it as like, oh, trapping, like she trapped you, he trapped you. It's so much bigger than that because whenever you impregnate someone that way, it's actually a form of abuse. It's a technique that a lot of narcissists use in order to keep people, hashtag 8 of Swords, trapped or imprisoned, right? Because typically kids warm people's heart. You feel like, oh, you don't want your kids to be in a single parent home. So you'll stay with the person, try to work it out because you don't want your kid to not have their mom or not have their dad or what have you, right? But it's a form of manipulation and it's a form of control that happens in a lot of domestic violence type of situations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing that out there. But I had to say that because I heavily feel that. Like I feel with this person, it's like a setup. Now another message that is coming out. This is like a she do soul session right now, child, because this just feels like she do tarot all day. Another thing, this would be a forewarning for both a Cancerian male and female. And I don't know if it's the same two people as before, but literally, if you are in a situation like these two people that I just described, and you're like kind of plotting on leaving or trying to save money to get out of that situation or what have you, it's like this person will try to undermine it, right? So it's like stick to your guns. Like, say if you haven't been smashing this person, don't smash them. Self-discipline. No smashing this person. You feel what I'm saying? Because if this has not happened to you yet, there is the potential that this could happen, right? So pay attention to that. Don't delude yourself. If you haven't spoken to this person, you broke up with them, you moved to a whole nother place and they're all on this whole I just want to see you one last time type of thing, it's a trap. You feel me? Next card we have, thank you. We have the 8 of Cups. Walk away, Cancer. Walk away. Quickly, fastly. I wouldn't even say walk, run. Run away. Because I feel what lies before you, and I have to tap back to the main Cancer collective. Whatever situation that it is that you're in, whether it's this whole, entrapment type of situation, or it's, like I said, it's a divorce, it's, some type of entanglement, whatever the case, whatever it is that you guys have made the decision to come out of agreement with, this is very much an is not that's coming in trying to suck you back into that karmic cycle, right? And no matter how tempting it is or how someone tries to pluck at your heartstrings, stick to your guns of what you said you were going to do. Don't fall for the okie doke and walk away, no matter how difficult that is. Even if, you think, because here's another self-delusion thing. If you think that speaking to a person one more time is going to give you closure, it is not. If you think them telling you something is going to give you closure, it is not, because closure does not come from other people. Another person could tell you the whole truth with 0 lies about all the people they cheated on, how, when, where, give you a whole itinerary. You know what I'm saying? Like, the business partner that stole from you could be like, I stole from you on this day, this day, this day. Here's the whole dollar amount. And the only thing it's going to provoke in you is more, why? Why would you do that? Why would you think that was okay? How could you do that to me? Right? And that's never ending. So if ever we want to put a period at the end of the sentence, we have to offer ourselves closure. And a lot of times, which is what the 8 of Cups represents, sometimes all the questions will not be answered, but we know the situation that we were in was no longer serving us, right? And we needed to walk away from it because it wasn't contributing anything into our lives anymore, right? It was robbing us. It's another thing. They got 3 8s here, 2 of them upside down, 1 right side up. Oh God, that's the karmic cycle thing. The thing I was saying about like the cycle that we just closed out with the eclipse, and it's a new cycle that's starting. It's like this is literally a temptation, Cancer, to suck y'all back into that old cycle. The next card we have is the Six of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Magician. So here's the dealio. Much like I said with this Eight of Cups, with the closure aspect of it, right? With this Six of Wands in the reverse, there's two ways that we can look at this, right? You can feel that you walking away, depending on your personality. You can feel like it's you being chicken shit, or, you know, it's you being scary. It's you like, you know, just giving up or whatever, not standing up for yourself. But nope, it literally is. Especially like how I said in the beginning, if this is somebody who's coming to test your gangster, right? You don't want to go to jail, Cancer. Don't let them play with you like that. I'm just saying, if somebody tries to play with you, tries to insult you, you know what I'm saying, embarrass you, you know, don't be like Will Smith. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to bat nobody in the face. You know, just be the bigger person and walk away. It may feel like, oh, like I can't just let them embarrass me like that in front of people. It's like, dude, which one is better? You know, you being the bigger person and taking the high road, or ending up in jail. You feel what I'm saying? You know? And that allows you to step into your power as the Magician, because it's about picking your battles, right? True strength does not come from bravado and aggression and, you know, slapping people in the face. Like, that's not what strength is. Suffering in silence is not a form of strength either. Neither is self-sacrifice, right? Not being in, you know, relationships that lack reciprocity, right? Staying with a person that you really don't love, that treats you like crap because of should, oughts, and supposed tos. None of that is strength. True strength comes from the most important thing that we talked about in the very beginning of this reading, Cancer. And it's the fact that you stepped out of your head that is a servant to your heart, and you step back into your heart space, which is the gateway to spirit, to the ethereal, to the all, to your higher self, however you want to look at it. That's true strength and true power that's coming from the within to the without. That's what the whole premise of this is. So when I was telling you guys, like, you're back against the wall and how you have to fuck with yourself so hard, right? That you're willing to fight for you, just you, by yourself, in jail, no pillowcase, ain't nobody write me. You know what I'm saying? For you to stand that hard for yourself, by yourself, that's the true definition of strength. That's the true definition of self-love. And that's how you get the energy of the Magi. That's literally how you overcome the world. That's how you sit in the director's chair of life, right? Because looking for someone else to fight for you on that level, no one in this world is ever going to fight as hard for you as you, you know? So with this Six of Wands in the reverse, you walking away from this, the situation not working out, you not getting the job, or whatever it is that we're talking about, this is not a failure. This is not a loss. This does not mean give up on yourself. It means that you need to look within, see the beauty and the strength of who it is that you are, and keep fighting, right? Don't allow this situation to take you off kilter, my friends. Who, Cancer? That has been your soul session for May. I'm going over to my network, Patreon, Vimeo, all the places that I am, to do you guys extended and play the rest of this stuff out, because, child, it's so much I just want to clarify. So if you bout that life, go ahead and follow me on over there. But if not, I still love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.